Hey, how are you? My name's Tammy Marshall, and I'm the Unemotional Eater, and I just want to say welcome. You know, I had somebody text me earlier today, and they're like, what am I supposed to do around all these cookies and cakes? Like, it's the holidays, and they're everywhere, and, you know, it's just one of those times of the year where we get a lot of excitement as adults out of the food, right? Because it's that excitement, that anticipation of Christmas and presents, and so we get all that excitement around the food, and so when we get that excitement going, it's really hard to say no to things. And so, I just thought I would just give you a really quick video about what to do with that. And so, you know that I use the tapping, right? And so we're tapping on the fatty part of our hand below our pinky, and you're just repeating out loud after me. And so thinking about the cookies and the candies in the other room, right? And so feeling that excitement in your body. And so repeating out loud after me, even though I have all this excitement just thinking about all those cookies and candies, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I have all this excitement just thinking about all those cookies and candies in the other room, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I just feel all this excitement in my stomach just at the thought of the cookies and the candies in the other room, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotion. And so tapping through the points, this excitement of the cookies and the candies, this excitement of thinking about the cookies and the candies, all this excitement, just thinking about all that food in the other room, this excitement. You would think that it was the presents. You would think with all that anticipation that I feel in my stomach that it would be the presents. But it's just food. It's just food. It's just food. We have it every year. I can make it whenever I want. All this excitement around the cookies and the candies. This story about the excitement. I begin to let it go. I choose to let it go. I let it go now. Grab your wrists, take a deep breath, and peace. And so again, when you think about the food that's in the other room, the cookies, the candies, all the pretty colors, all the pretty packages, what do you notice in your body? Right? Just check in with your body and what do you notice? And so again, tapping, even though I get so excited around all this food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I get so excited just thinking about all this food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though just the thought of all this food in the other room, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Just thinking about that food in the other room, I just get so excited. Just thinking about that food in the other room, I get excited in my stomach. Just thinking about the food in the other room, just feeling like I'm never going to have it again. Just feeling like this is the only time that I can have it. Of course, it's the same stuff we had last year. Oh, but this thought of this food in the other room, this story about the food in the other room, like it's going to be the only time that we get to have it. This story of the food in the other room. Of course, it's the same food we had last year. Of course, I could make this food anytime I wanted to. This story about the food. It's just a made-up story that I've been telling about the food. And I began to let it go. I choose to let it go. And I let it go now. Grab your wrists, take a deep breath. And so again, you're just thinking about the food in the other room. Notice what you notice in your body, right? Is there any pressure anywhere? Any anxious feeling anywhere? What do you notice when you check into your body? And then notice what you're thinking, what you're believing. Is it that this is the only time of year? Is it that, you never get these things? What's the story? And again, just tapping. And so even though I've been telling the story, this is the only time of year that I get this, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I've been telling this story, this is the only time of year that I get to have this, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I keep telling myself this story, this is the only time of year that I get to have this, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. this story about the food, this story that it's the only time, this story about the food, this story that I've been telling. I began to let go of the story. It's just my made up story. I had the same food last year. I can make this food whenever I want. I just choose to not have it around. I choose to not be in around this food all the time. I began to let go of the story. It's safe for me to be calm and relaxed in my body, no matter the food that's around. I choose to be safe, calm, and relaxed in my body, no matter what food's around. It's safe for me to be calm and relaxed, and I let it go. Grab your wrist, take a deep breath, and peace. And again, check it into your body when you think about the food. You know, sitting in the other room, there's all those colors, all that packaging, the candy, the cookies. What do you notice, right? And so just again, checking into your body. And so we're just going to tap one more time, right? Even though I have this remaining excitement around the food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I have this remaining excitement around the food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I have this remaining excitement when I'm around the food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. This remaining excitement around the food, this remaining excitement. It's just food. It just lays there. It never gets excited about seeing me. This remaining excitement. This story that I've been telling about the food, it just lays there. It's the same food I had last year. I can make it anytime I want to. If I really wanted to, I could have it anytime. I truly choose not to. It's safe for me to begin to let go. I choose to let go now. Let it go. Grab your wrists, take a deep breath, and peace. And so again, you're just checking into your body. And, you know, it just depends on how you need to do as many rounds as you need to do, right? And so checking back into your body, just noticing what's going on, because your goal is just to be able to be around the food and it just be there. Because it's just food. And so you want to be in a position that you're calm and relaxed around the food, because then you get your power of choice back. You can choose if you take a bite, if you don't take a bite. Like, you can just walk away because it doesn't matter. And that's the position that you're working to put yourself into. So again, thinking about the food, what do you notice? Just the colors, the packaging, the things that you don't normally get to eat. What do you notice in your body as I say all that, right? And so even though I have this remaining excitement in my stomach, just thinking about the food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I have this remaining excitement just thinking about the food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. Even though I have this remaining excitement when I think about the food, I deeply and completely accept myself and all my emotions. This remaining excitement, just thinking about that food, this remaining excitement. You'd think that it was the present. This remaining excitement in my stomach, this excited feeling in my stomach when I think about the food, and I begin to let it go. I choose to let it go. It's safe for me to be calm and relaxed in my body around the food. I choose to be safe, calm, and relaxed now, and I let it go. Grab your wrists, take a deep breath, and peace. I really hope that helps. It's so frustrating when you overeat and just knowing what all that's going to look like in January. But again, it's just turning down your volume so that you can be around food and you can be at peace. That's the goal. So please leave your comments below, because I always love to hear your feedback. And if you're not on my mailing list, please go get on it. I don't know if the link's below or on the side, but please go get on my mailing list. That way you know a little bit more about what's going on. You get short videos. It's just ways for me to share with you what, my passion for helping you take your power back from food. So we'll talk again soon. Blessings.